Hello there gamers. In this video today I'm going to be talking about Bethesda's Starfield. It's Bethesda's newest IP that came out on the Xbox series of systems X and S there about a year and a half ago. They just brought it over to PS5. They had all the updates and everything when it came over to it, and apparently now a lot of PlayStation fans are not happy with the update and the port of the Xbox series copy that came to PS5, because he ported over to the PS5 there. I believe it came out 2-3 days ago. But I have information pulled up here talking about Bethesda Starfield that just came out on the PS5. Right here it says Bethesda Starfield update causes fans to question Elder Scrolls 6 quality. Yeah, so Elder Scrolls 6, this next game is supposed to be coming out. There's no date or nothing yet. They only showed one trailer back in, I believe it was 2019, 2020. And I still think his way is off. Sure, it takes some years to make a Fallout game. I believe the last Fallout game was Fallout 76, but that was just pretty much just online multiplayer. There was no story, nothing involved. And that was pretty broken at launch. But they fixed it later on. They had a bunch of updates and patch fixes, bug fixes and everything like that. But it's pretty playable now. But when it first came out, it was pretty much unplayable. It says here, while some fans have found renewed hope in major May 2024 Starfield updates, the added requested features like land vehicles and better city maps. Yeah, so the reason why fans asked them to put land vehicles in it, because you go to a planet and there was no life on the planet. There was no buildings, no people, nothing like that. So it was just pretty much like barren wasteland, and it took you forever to get from point A to point B. Now they did have some enemies in it, but wasn't too many. More recent technical issues and underwhelming content expansions have intensified fears regarding the next upcoming game, Elder Scrolls 6. That's the ones being made by Bethesda. They're the same ones that did the Fallout games. Recent update and port issues. Recent updates in April 2026 have led to significant backlash, particularly regarding the PlayStation 5 port and new expansions. And they mentioned performance concerns. There's a lot of frame rate dips and a lot of glitches and bugs in the game, which I don't get. I mean, they had plenty of time to fix the bugs and everything in it, because it didn't come out for about a year and a half after the Xbox Series copy. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Starfield. Performance concerns. Players reported the recent PS5 port was unplayable due to frequent crashes, sometimes every 10 to 15 minutes, causing some demand refunds. Yeah, so PlayStation put up on, they calls it X, but I still calls it Twitter, but they put it on their Twitter page that anybody who wanted a refund, the ones that bought the copy on PS5, will get fully refunded, which I think it's pretty good, because I mean that's an $80 game. I mean, if I had problems like that and I didn't get a refund, I wouldn't be too happy. But yeah, and another thing about Starfield 2, when it came out on the Xbox, there was too many loading screens. Like, no matter what you did, you leave your ship, you get a loading screen. You go to another part of a building, you get a loading screen. You go to another planet, you get a loading screen. It's just constant loading screens, one after the other. Which, that's the reason why I didn't play on Xbox, because when I knew that had so many issues, I was like, I'm not wasting my time on that. Right here it says recent updates and port issues. Yeah, performance, content quality. The Terrain Armada DLC was criticized for a lack of wow factor, with fans noting repetitive quests and a lack of innovation. The commit effect. Former developers have voiced concerns that Bethesda's larger studio size, 500 plus people, has led to design comment potentially stripping away the organic handcrafted feel that made Skyrim successful. Yeah, Skyrim, man, like that was such an amazing game. There was so much to do in it. It was very vibrant and it was very lively in the community. There was always people doing something in the game. Impact and Elder Scrolls 6 expectations. The reception of Starfield has created several specific points of worry for the next Elder Scrolls title. Yeah, so to worry about this now, because I mean, when they're doing this to Starfield, like, I can only imagine what they're going to be doing with Elder Scrolls. But I don't know what happened with Bethesda. It was so good after Fallout 4. I don't know what happened to them. They're not the same company they used to be. Engine reliance. Confirmation that the Elder Scrolls 6 will use Creation Engine 3.0. Yeah, because the engine they've been using for Starfield is Creation Engine 2.0. So I'm guessing once they get that coming in now, they'll probably make Elder Scrolls 6 a lot better. I'm hoping we won't have as many crashes or frame rate drops or nothing like that, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. An evolution of the tech used for Starfield has disappointed those hoping for a completely new foundation. Impossible hype. Former lead designers such as Bruce Nesmith have suggested the game may disappoint because the decade plus of anticipation has created expectations that are almost impossible to satisfy. Formula fatigue. Critics argue that Bethesda is reinforcing a failing formula of dated game design and over-reliance on community patches to fix long-standing bugs. Yeah, because they went back and did, I believe they just had out about a month ago. They had the remaster or remake or what you want to call it of I believe it was New Vegas 2 or one of the Fallout games. But anyway, they didn't do nothing with that. Like, had so many crashes and bugs, and you play the game, your system is shut off because the game would crash that often, which was, I think it was pretty ridiculous. Didn't stick no money into making it better. I believe that's it for that video. But yeah, guys, yeah, it's not looking good for Starfield. A lot of people are not happy because they want a full refund. They want the money back. That reminds me, back in 2020, Cyberpunk was supposed to release, but it got delayed twice. And when it came out, oh my god, it was so unplayable. It was horrible. There were so many glitches and frame rate dips and frame drops and hundreds of crashes. Like, but I mean, they fully fixed now 5 years later. I mean, it's a pretty solid game, but a lot of these companies, man, they rushes to put it out just for the money, just to impress investors. As long as it's, as long as it makes them happy and fills their pockets, they don't care if the game is broken or not. It's like, well, the fans are going to play this, but little do they know that once the fans play the game and they end up getting burned that many times, they're not going to go back. They're not going to trust that company anymore. I don't know what Bethesda's going to do. I mean, they're burning the fans that much. Like, I'm surprised people are still playing their IPs like Fallout and Starfield. Like, there's diehard fans for Starfield, which I don't get. Like, I don't know. But anyway, guys, this was a very little short video. I decided to talk about Starfield and PS5 Port. I don't know who's a Starfield fan, but I figured I'll bring it up and talk about it. But anyway, guys, if you like this kind of content, do me a huge favor. go ahead, like the video, it helps our channel a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next one.